I have foolproof evidence that Sneako is a fraud, as well as a pathological liar, and represents everything he hates in this world. He's a dishonest, grifting, blue pill taking, beta male that has falsely accused me of threatening to his girlfriend in an attempt to cancel me and ruin my life. Now, I'm going to be breaking down all the foul lies he spread about me, most importantly, the one where he uses false accusations of sexual assault for his own personal gain to defame me and unjustly turn a close friend of mine against me.
So now, and I hope you guys liked the Sneako coverage that we did the other night, because we've got a bunch of it. Now we're going to be going over Sneako and Brandon Buckingham, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon and Sneako had a big back and forth, which is kind of, it's not really topically relevant, but Brandon obviously recently had the health scare. So we actually did talk about Brandon recently. Other than that, he really hasn't come up on the channel about Mr. Tom's roommate. You know? So let's take a look at this one. Rob's Media, of course, made the video. We promote him because his shit's like really fucking good. Again, if you haven't watched a Rob's Media video, Chris Tyson video, Denim's video, YMS video, YMS Crash Out follow-up video, Downfall of Bread Tubers might be my favorite one he's ever made. Idiot Influencers Legal Mindset, where he called out Legal Mindset when no one else really wanted to. At least, like, rarely. There weren't many videos on it. And all the people in the comment section were initially like, this is so fucked up. This is actually so fucked up. Why are you going after this guy when you could be going after more of like the Hassan Piker troglodytes or something, because they didn't want the same team shots or whatever. Yeah, no, I mean, I think there's a lot of really good stuff you could find on here, and we're going to take a look at some other Kino that I was really enjoying, and I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a single segment thing, but we're watching this whole fucking video. Sneako versus Brandon Buckingham.
YouTuber Brandon Buckingham was looking for an opponent for a Happy Punch boxing card, reaching out to various other creators. One of these creators was Sneako, who Brandon had met up with multiple times in the
Sens and WestJet use Legal Mindset for legal advice. Listen, dude, I don't know. I covered the TBYS video. I'm probably not going to go back and litigate every single video on Tectone. I know people have been requesting it. I see it in the inbox. Sensitive Society removed his videos. I have to imagine he realized that Legal Mindset's retarded. If he didn't, then whatever. Maybe he'll... My thing with the other guys is I'm not going to go through and watch 15 fucking Tectone videos. But if they're that stupid, I'm sure they'll come up in a future drama, and I'll talk about it more.
past. They first met a couple of years prior at a birthday.
But the reality is, WestJet, Pegasus, Sensitive Society, Achido, I don't really expect much from them. I don't think you should either. Their content has never really been good. Ever. Like, my expectation for them is extremely low. You're just getting surface level 10-minute version of the videos that they're probably not even super educated on, that are just giving you the publicly, like, approved take. Whatever they think the audience wants to hear rather than actual information. So I don't really expect a ton from the content that those guys make, and I'm not really disappointed when they make a bad video, because I'm not watching them.
Party for a mutual friend, Steezy Kane. The two of them didn't really fuck with each other, as Brandon found
Diesel Patches for the win. Well, I always used to lump Diesel Patches in there, but when I pull up a Diesel Patches video, I rarely go, oh, I don't care about any of this. I've watched like 3 or 4 Diesel Patches videos on the stream, and to say I was pleasantly surprised would be like an understatement. Like, I remember, it sticks with me. Diesel Patches ripped Noah Samson a new asshole. And I was kind of blown away by it, because a lot of other people hadn't covered it or didn't even talk about it. But Diesel Patches just walked in and fucking mollywopped him out of nowhere. So, you know, I will say that I do keep Diesel Patches away from those other guys when I'm just shitting on the daily commentary stuff.
Sneako to be a bit narcissistic, and Sneako didn't like Brandon's rowdy nature, though eventually they'd become somewhat friendly towards each other, with Brandon and his friends even hanging out with Sneako and his girlfriend, Maria. Though by the time Brandon asked Sneako to fight on a boxing card, they hadn't talked in 10 months, and Sneako would decline the offer.
He kept asking me to get into a fight, and I'm like, man, I don't really feel like it. It's just not really, I'd rather sit at home and yell at a camera, tell jokes than, you know, risk my manhood falling flat for Brandon Buckingham, you know, if I lose the fight.
Pussy.
So was it like that Brandon Buckingham wasn't a big enough name to get him in the ring? Is that the issue? Because he's implying that, oh, not for Brandon Buckingham, but if like PewDiePie wants to fight me, then I'm down.
Brandon would accept this decision, leaving a nice long message showing his gratitude.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Sneako replied, insinuating that Brandon was some sort of cringe superfan.
Sneako ends up messaging me saying something like, actually, he doesn't really want to box. So I reply, and I quote,
The only YouTuber I like who doesn't do a lot of research is Big Bungie. Big Bungie is not even he's not even a YouTuber. He's a force of nature. That's what I think that Big Bungie is. Like, I'm not expecting research when I watch Big Bungie, though sometimes there is. I'm expecting him to just come in and just, like, be a Category 5 storm, just ripping through an entire situation.
I got you. I hope it didn't rub you the wrong way or anything. I just thought you'd be a legitimate good opponent that I'd respect. Much love, Sneako. He responded to me saying that by saying, why you on my dick? Those are both direct quotes. I can't give you the screenshot because Big Bad Sneako blocked me on Instagram, but I had
I remember this being like a really fucking soy drama.
Written down the quotes in text messages that I send to my friends, so I can guarantee you those are the exact quotes.
Now clearly, Sneako was just joking around there, and it was stupid for Brandon to immediately issue an angry response. Though Brandon's Instagram stories following this were pretty funny. He claims that him and his mates are gonna run a train on
Why is he showing this? Bro, I have to full box this. What the fuck? To clarify, Sneako is not signed up to box. He's refused to fight because I'm on his dick. What a pitiful excuse. Your main channel is literally dying and you desperately cling to this alpha male red pill persona that is completely fabricated. I used to rock with and support this dude, but on God, it's fuck him from now on. Come watch me lick shots on your busted ass girl. Whole gang is gonna run a train on her like she asked us last time I was in town. And the thing is, you can make these comments when they go to sex parties and he like does this. This is what they do. This is their thing.
Sneako's
That's
girl.
crazy.
The same one who fucks other men while Sneako watches. The two would have a private phone call after this, where Brandon claimed Sneako cried to him about this mean joke.
I thought it was beef, and then now I'm looking into this little kid's eyes as he's like crying and making a fucking whimpering mess of himself. I would never say shit like that to a normal person because I know it would hurt them and make them really sad. I knew it would hurt Sneako, but I wanted to make him angry. He was an alpha male. Let's go. Let's fucking lock horns. I didn't think he was going to respond by bawling his eyes out.
Wham wham, a big cuck baby. Brandon's gonna fuck my girlfriend
It's like,
while I
dude,
watch. These are
it's entirely Sneako's fault because he constantly goes on fucking stream at this point in time or makes his podcast with his friends talking about not only his alpha male public lifestyle, but his extremely weird degenerate sex lifestyle that's not really applicable to the lifestyle he claims to lead.
comments that clearly got to him, as during his
Like, why did he go... I don't know what compels anybody to make videos like that, but I don't know why he got on a podcast with his friends and filmed himself getting roasted because he's like too scared to have sex in a foursome and just watch some guy have sex with his girlfriend.
response stream, he'd pace around, exit his room, and open his window in order to alleviate stress.
The most hate comes from like
The guy who's on top of your girlfriend. See, like, it just rolls off the tongue.
It's stress.
the most hate comes from like
I mean, listen, if his life went down a different path, you could chalk a lot of this up to him being like, you know, he's just like a kid, you know, he's making stupid decisions. It's really dumb. But like, he grew up and he changed. But he didn't grow up and change. He's still exactly the same now.
oh my god, man.
Despite this, Sneako tries to be a bit forgiving towards Brandon, even saying verbally that the train comment wasn't a big deal, and knows that he was joking.
And then he said, shit is mad serious. Sneako's girl is on dick. Dude has a fragile ego who loves getting cucked. He's a fake tough, and she just called me. Like, she just called me and he loves to get cucked. He's a fake tough guy who I would sleep, and he knows it. Dorky ass Sneako, I'm gonna slide to New York and give her what she wants. Now,
Like, why is Sneako even engaging with this drama with Brandon Buckingham if he was Who-Megalolling him 5 minutes ago? I don't know. This is just my perspective. If you're gonna Who-Megalol somebody and go like, this guy's not relevant enough to fight, just stop talking about him. Just stop talking to him.
he's saying, like, my fan is saying he's gonna fuck my girlfriend. And he put it on his Instagram story. That's fine. Like, chat, you can troll me all you want, man.
Yeah, like literally just why engage with this?
I'm telling you,
If somebody's like begging to talk to you, I mean, eventually it becomes cringe, right?
it doesn't affect me anymore, really.
Is it the same time he was beefing with Charlie? I'm not sure. I am not exactly sure. I am really new to this. Rob's Media is actually taking me through the approved talking points here, because I missed most of this. That's why I thought it was cool to check back in and learn about it.
But like, my fan is saying he's gonna fuck my girlfriend on his Instagram story. Some guy
And to be honest, with like the track record that you've shown, he just might.
I've met, and not even just a fan.
Bro, they were gonna chibi review you.
Not even just a troll. They've met.
He's not gonna fuck your girlfriend. He's gonna chibi review.
We had dinner together. Someone donated $3 and said, trying to run a train on your girl and you want to be friends? They're not trying to run a train on my girl. They're saying that because they felt disrespected and they tried to say the most disrespectful thing to me. They couldn't fuck my girl. My girlfriend would look at them and laugh. She doesn't respect them.
Sneako's still hurt by the joke, but is willing to forgive him. He doesn't want to plummet into the pitfalls of cancel culture.
Could you imagine if he said some shit like that and then Brandon actually did? I mean, you have to be really fucking confident if you're making a statement like that about some, like, he must, I don't know.
A concept he normally speaks out against during his streams.
But I'm tired of the bullshit communication in social media. I'm tired of like the beef of like people not being able to talk to each other eye to eye, like exposed videos, tweets, cancel culture. Cancel culture has...
Well, I actually suck at this game. I haven't played in a while. I'm terrible.
Like this is kind of the result of cancel culture.
Wait, I'm sorry. Someone's saying they're gonna run a train on your fucking girlfriend. This is what cancel culture actually is. We finally got it, guys. This is the root of the problem. We didn't know that cancel culture was when you run a train on Sneako's girlfriend. What the fuck is happening?
You suck. You're a fraud. At the end of the day, we're just people talking to cameras.
Dude, monogamy is canceled. Yes, dude.
I'm just a guy talking to cameras, chat. We're the same. We're the same.
He then FaceTimes Brandon on stream, where they seemingly squash all hostilities.
Bro, I mean,
Boo!
I'm upset. Like, what you said was hurtful. And I trusted you. I brought you around my girl. And you said some of the, like, you went online saying that. You don't do that. You don't do that, bro.
That's bad. I understand.
But, I understand too, so.
But you see, Brandon made one fatal error. He didn't fucking say sorry, that goddamn bastard.
Wait, what? Really? I feel like if they're even having this conversation, they've probably talked offline. This is actually surprising to me.
Brandon's refusal to directly apologize festered some feelings of rage inside Sneako.
So they literally had the soy boy conversation on stream to be like, hey guys, we're still cool, like the little hug box combo. But he didn't say the correct terms, so Sneako never actually got over it.
Motivating him to further escalate the beef a month later in July 2022. Sneako brought on their mutual friend, Steezy Kane, trying to convince him that Brandon Buckingham is a terrible person.
Yo, you know who's an L-Mans? Brandon Buckingham.
Oh, yeah.
That guy sucks. Bro, he threatened to R-word my girlfriend.
Dude, why the fuck would you just bring this back up? That's like so dumb, dude. You just look like you're like perpetually mad over this single Instagram story.
He said me to pull up to New York and run a train on my girl.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Because I said, why you on my dick? A joke? He literally threatened to R-word my girlfriend. Serious.
Wait. Oh my god. I knew that Sneako was saying that Brandon Buckingham was trying to rape his girlfriend, but it just clicked right now that this little fucking loser was saying that because his girlfriend wouldn't want to sleep with him. So when Brandon Buckingham said that he's going to run a train on his girlfriend or whatever, he's like, oh, dude, that means rape. You're threatening to rape my girlfriend. You have to go so far out of, like, the intended... Oh, this is pathetic, bro. This is crazy pathetic, bro. Dude, I really thought for a sec... I apologize to Brandon. I thought he said something worse than this. Holy shit, this is actually pathetic.
I thought he was, I still gave him the benefit of the doubt, and then I called him like, yo, can you take that down? You put like my government name up.
Bro, when you had him on there, why didn't you say that you were threatening to rape my girlfriend? Wait, what's happening right now? What is going on?
Like, this is like, you know, and he's like, oh, I thought you were, so he legitimately was threatening to do that. Bro, literally said, I'm gonna R-word your girlfriend.
No, he did not literally say he's going to rape your girlfriend, sir. Sir, that didn't happen. What? He's making a joke about how you literally share your girlfriend with guys at parties. It's so obvious what the joke actually was. Why are you fucking lying about it?
Yeah.
I'm getting mad about this in a retrospective video. What the fuck?
Literally said that.
I mean, he definitely.
That's like, how do, if you don't like cut someone off after that, I don't know what else.
Then why did you have a fucking hug box fucking, what do we used to call those? When we used to fucking care about that shit? Why did you have a fireside chat with him? If he threatened to rape your girlfriend, why would you have a fireside chat with him?
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely went too far.
Saying,
Bro, we need Augie to fucking, we gotta get Augie in here so he can fucking navigate the fireside chat so these friends can get back together.
you're gonna R-word my girlfriend?
You said that?
Yes. Yes.
That's a little crazy, yeah.
Literally, word for word, I'm going to R-word your girlfriend on his fucking public Instagram story.
So I guess Sneako is way too much of a pussy to say the dreaded R word, but he's outright saying that Brandon threatened to rape Maria. A very hyperbolic claim that he clearly only made to force Steezy into dropping Brandon as a friend. Steezy
Yeah, that's fucking snaky, bro.
wasn't willing to do so on stream, so Sneako spent the next 30 minutes trying to convince him. Please stop being friends with Brandon. You wanted to go gorilla mode on my GF.
Go gorilla mode. Oh god, Jesus fucking Christ. I just attached that to Turkey Tom's allegations now.
Flinging around rape accusations is obviously frowned upon by most corners of the internet, including Sneako himself, as on numerous occasions he shit on leftists for doing the exact same thing.
They walked up and accused us of sexual assault. We have the whole thing on camera. We didn't do anything. And
I don't know much. I'm just trying to look into it.
Imagine if they didn't have it on camera, chat. Imagine if they were just goofing around, just having fun, and they didn't have that evidence. What the fuck? Would they? Good chance. I would say like 43% chance they spend the night in jail.
Nowhere did Brandon imply he would rape Sneako's girl.
Literally nowhere. I think that you have to actually be malicious to come to that conclusion.
It's a joke.
If you're even slightly knowledgeable on what anything about these guys.
Spun off from the cuck story. Brandon would end up making a video on this, where he explains how flirtatious she was when they met.
So it seemed like his
Okay, this video, I knew it came out. I didn't watch it. That's where I am.
Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
I have no idea. I don't even remember what the Thailand stuff is, dude.
girl has some experience.
I'm not a Brandon Buckingham historian. I have absolutely no idea. I seemingly remember talking about it on After Hours, though, so your mileage might be better if you go look at old Augie clips. Because I think Augie covered that, but I don't know.
In the train department. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And when I was out at dinner with Sneako...
I think, because, like, obviously me and Tom are friends, and Tom and Brandon are friends, but I think I've spoken to Brandon once. So, I'm not a Brandon Buckingham historian, and our paths have not really crossed.
His girlfriend in New York, she was flirting with everyone very hard, making it entirely apparent she was fair game and was seemingly down to hook up, but none of us reciprocated this behavior. We didn't flirt back, we didn't give her any vibes, and Sneako himself claimed that that night they ended up going home with two random girls they met at that very restaurant. So clearly they were on the prowl for some action. It weirded me out, I didn't like it, but to each their own, I don't judge. Well, maybe I judge Sneako a little bit because he's just a complete scumbag, but...
Yeah, to be fair, I think you should be judging Sneako, yeah.
That's beside the point.
Now, Sneako could disprove this by bringing Maria on to tell her side of the story, but something's telling me that she'd agree with Brandon. How surprising that a whore is gonna act like a whore. Brandon would end up suing Sneako for defamation, though the case...
Okay, wait, when the fuck did that... Brandon sued Sneako? I thought that Ethan Klein is the first one to ever do a lawsuit ever, and that... How is that possible? I'm finding out right now there was a previous YouTuber lawsuit.
The case got settled before it can go to court.
Oh.
Let's be real here, Sneako would have lost. Though for the next year, Sneako used it as an excuse as to why he wouldn't talk about Brandon publicly, even after KSI called him out after
KSI? When the... Dude, there's no way. There's actually no way. When the fuck did that happen, bro? What is happening?
The potential fight.
What did I fucking miss, man?
Many would still push for the idea of a Sneako versus Brandon card, especially after Brandon won his fight of Ice Poseidon in November 2022.
How do you think you'll do against Sneako in MMA?
I just got killed by a bot, dude. I'm actually awful.
Hey.
I would absolutely
I just got wrecked by a bot.
fucking ravage him. I would destroy him and
What was going on in the DeOrio universe? What year was this, guys? 2023? I probably wasn't making content this year. Old man Nick forgetting he covered all of this? I did not.
and I wouldn't stop when the ref pulled me off. I would choke him and until he gets brain damage. Just kidding.
Sneako will never accept the offer. He's too busy watching other men do the pounding. This renewal and interest led to a short-lived beef of KSI, which he won with this.
Wait, so this was...
This renewal and
Yeah, 2023 in March. I wasn't making content.
interest led to a short-lived beef of KSI, which he won with
This was like... I think this was before the brief Twitch streamer arc.
this meme alone. I was actually hoping to see him go more in detail on the situation while watching Turkey Tom's.
You have to remember, I was pretty active in 2021, a little bit in 2022. I posted a video in January. And then when push came to shove, instead of going to work for Keemstar, I took a step back. Then, from there, I didn't really come back until like late 2023. Like I was around, I was on RFC streams and stuff, but the big push was January of 2024 is when I became a streamer. Like actually a streamer.
Sneako video, but like the coward he is, he decided to skip any mention of him.
Wait, what was that?
Sneako video. I was actually hoping to see him go more in detail on the situation while watching Turkey Tom's Sneako video, but like the coward he is, he decided to skip any mention of him.
The aforementioned Brandon Buckingham would even get involved, tweeting, "The fact that Sneako, after knowingly falsely accusing..."
So did he skip the Sneako segment? I mean the Brandon segment?
Ironic green so-called...
Yeah, he's just like, fuck this guy, dude. Get this guy off my screen.
Hardly speaks the truth. You've become an absolute f***ing idiot.
Oh, dude, Sneako versus BreadTube. Alright. This one could be interesting, guys.
Brandon wasn't the only enemy of Sneako.
Wait, didn't he say that Charlie was BreadTube too? Okay.
As
yeah.
he soon
So,
will-
do you guys remember the screenshot where it's like, why do they all look like this? But they was like Tom, Charlie, Hassan, Nick is not green, Eden is online, Hunter Avalon. Is that Mr. Epsilon? No. Noah Samson, Ethan Klein. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Oh, you can actually see him. Who is this guy? I don't know who this one is.
A roster of haters.
You just confirmed wait, you confused Eden and the knee surgery guy? Oh my god, wait, that's Jake Doolittle. Oh fuck, I just mixed them up. You're right, that is Jake Doolittle.
That he would put up on screen during his broadcast.
Obviously Ryan Beard.
It's his
Wait, that's Jay Aubrey? Oh, it is! I've met Jay Aubrey. Okay, yeah, that's Jay Aubrey. Thank you.
Collage of soy boys, which basically includes anyone who makes a video shitting on him. He got Hassan Piker, Nick is not green, Ryan Beard,
Oh, I just
Jay
did this.
Aubrey,
It is
Noah
Jay
Samson, fellow cuck Hunter Avalon, a fat Jew,
Dude.
and fucking Jake Doolittle.
One day I want to do a fucking retrospective stream on Hunter Avalon, and I think that would be a fun fucking segment. Because we missed some of that shit back in the day. The Hunter Avalon, we might have covered it, but I've just been thinking about it recently. Hunter Avalon had a crazy career. Somebody needs to make a long-form Hunter Avalon video, bro. That would be fucking keto.
Of all people. How are these your ops, dude? This is your...
I have no idea who Hunter Avalon is. All right, here's your Spark Notes, boys. You want to know? You want to learn about who Hunter Avalon is? Well, thank God you've come to the right stream. Hunter Avalon was a conservative content creator who was making a fuckload of money, tons of money, going to schools, doing speeches and shit like that. He was like your average right-wing, like, grifter or whatever. Then he was like, nah, fuck this, dude. I'm actually a leftist. Pivots all of his content, loses most of his audience, sits on like a dormant channel of people that actually hate him, and starts growing as a debate bro leftist. Which, by the way, if those are his positions, I respect it. Yeah, I mean, he's literally sacrificing financial gain to talk about what he believes in. Cool, whatever. No, I'm not going to fault him for that. In that time, Hunter Avalon's wife filed for divorce, and she got picked up by like a pimp and wanted to do like a urination gangbang or something. Like a pimp was trying to like set her up to make porn, through the divorce. And she wanted, and the pimp came out and started going and explaining the situation to the chat. And it was like, yeah, we didn't really want to give her anything weird to start off, but she's like, I want like a 7-man urination style gangbang bukkake or something. And he was just like explaining it. It was like really funny. It was a black guy. But after that, I don't know if it was, he got a new girlfriend, and I think he was involved in like a shooting, right? Like, didn't like a crazy guy go to his house or whatever? Like, that was another thing that happened. Like, dude, there is a lot of Hunter Avallone lore, but those were like the two ones. There was like a shooting that took place.
Sworn list of enemies? As if there's any honor in having half these dudes be your adversaries. Jake Doolittle is easy to deal with, Sneako. You just gotta poke his knees a little bit, and he'll crumble apart like a house.
Nick, you didn't need to do all that? Do what? The bull was the... Oh, yeah, the bull was the guy who Hunter lost to in a debate. Yeah, Dude, the Hunter Avallone stuff needs to be litigated, because it's some of the funniest content ever.
So playing cards.
I've had like 15 superior.
I'm sorry, bro. The Jake Doolittle shit kills me. Thank you, Rob.
Be your adversaries. Jake Doolittle is easy to deal with, Sneako. You just gotta poke his knees a little bit, and he'll crumble apart like a house of playing cards.
I've had like 15 surgeries. I've had 9 knee surgeries, so this is like...
Dude, that face when knee surgery is tomorrow.
My knees kind of just fall apart every 3 years.
Sneako had a bit of back and forth between him and Jake, which amounted to the YouTube equivalent of two homeless guys fighting over a moldy sandwich. Jake just gives the most surface level criticism of Sneako, and did this really unfunny stand-up.
It's not... Guys, we're replacing the term surface level with iDubsian, okay? That's what it... When you're talking about some real simple shit, it's just iDubs.
A parody. Easily the worst example of anti-comedy that I've seen from these breadtubers. Enough to make me root for Sneako in this drama. That's how shitty of a YouTuber Jake Doolittle is. Speaking of BreadTube, if you don't know, it's a loose...
Dude, worst mustache in the game. Noah fucking Samson.
Is DarkVibeAU a virgin?
Bro, why'd they give this guy a dog's last name?
Why would so many people be Googling that?
He's trying to moj as Esser Braun of the Blackwater, but he's only a felted Theon. Meet Greyjoy.
I got that. I got most of that reference. Thank you.
Collective of leftist YouTubers who typically cover pop culture and internet topics from a more political lens. A majority of the creators on the Soy Boy collage fit the description, though Ryan Beard, another breadtuber, actually managed to do a good job at roasting Sneako. He dismantles his points, he calls him out for being a closeted homosexual, and he mocks him for being a cuck. Based Ryan Beard. Though Sneako never bothered to watch his video.
Really? That's interesting. That's kind of...
Instead whining about how Ryan would never debate him.
This is why, like, 57 minutes of this, bro. Look, and I'm not scared. I already talked in a live stream. Okay, just... Look at this. Look at the side. Ad hominem, appeal to nature, identity fallacy, poison... Bro, wow. I'm telling...
Then why did you issue the challenge? Okay.
You, these commentary channels are obsessed. And it just...
Dude, there's something cool about Sneako. This is a cool thing. He puts on he uses a fisheye lens to look his face looks gigantic. Like absolutely fucking huge. Because he's using a fisheye lens that makes everything around the corners smaller. So his head always looks like he's just like, his head is way too big for his body. I love that about Sneako.
Gives me more energy. This is why you don't like... Look at you, bro.
Ryan didn't feel like debating Sneako, as they had already clashed during a Discord call 2 months prior. Throughout, he yells like a maniac and fails multiple times to humiliate Ryan.
What the fuck is this, bro? This is criminal. Is that Blues Dank? I don't know who the person on the left is. Sneako, Ryan Beard, Papa Gut, Keemstar. What is this conversation, man? This looks awesome.
Because someone is leading someone else doesn't mean the person they're leading is inherently inferior.
Respectfully, do you get any pussy? I don't know who the fuck you are. But...
Dude, Papa Gut's putting his head down. Dude, you can't fucking do that, Mr. Gut. You're the guy who fucking countered with, do you know what love is, Dennis? How the fuck are you putting your face on your hand on that one? Have you ever loved Def Noodles? Have you ever loved?
Is inherently inferior.
Look at his fucking gesture. Look at his gesture.
Respectfully, do you get any pussy? I don't know who the fuck you are.
Oh, God.
But, like, respectfully.
Yeah, I mean, from my
Mr. Have you ever loved is really upset that do you get any pussy?
girlfriend that I've been dating for 5 years, and I know you're gonna say, "Oh, my girlfriend." Oh, my God.
Nick is still salty. Yeah, yes, I'm still salty. I am still salty from this. It was years ago, and I even like Papa Gut, but I'm still salty about it.
Like,
that was my debate.
5 years, so maybe don't talk about pussy if you don't get pussy.
Wait, hold on. If we're gonna go with this. Wait. If we're
Back on my cringe debate, bro arc. That was mine.
gonna go with this
I
route.
get pussy every day.
Wait,
from
hold
my
on. If we're going this route, Sneako, do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, a couple.
Okay, so who do
She's the community's girlfriend.
you think is like happier? The guy who's streaming about how women are inferior, or the guy who's in a long-term relationship?
I'm pretty damn happy, bro. We were living the goddamn
Well, so
life
how
today.
come you're screaming so
I'm
much
in
about how
Puerto
women
Rico
are? Okay.
Because I want to wake people up like you, bro. Like my life. If you want to talk about, let me answer the question before you interrupt.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, Papa Gut is mogging.
Sorry.
You want to debunk my stuff, and like I know, and I can see that like these people all believe in the same things, and it's frustrating. And I got to make comedy out of it. I've actually never been happier. And the more you guys keep making that argument, are you as happy with you toxic misogynist?
Sneako is coping. Nobody that's actually happy in their love life talks like this. But despite that, he keeps...
Yet Sneako made his love life his career's biggest weakness. Like, it will always be used against him. And then the only thing he can do is go, "Oh, the tolerant left is calling me a cuck. I thought you guys were for these situations." And it doesn't come off good. It just doesn't come off good.
keeps yapping, continuing to talk over Ryan and Papa Gut, leading to the latter muting him on multiple occasions.
Stop talking about women, Papa Gut, because you don't know what.
Okay.
Maybe if you pay for it.
So we're gonna mute Sneako only because he took his headset off, so he wants to just yell without like a retort. So we're not gonna listen to what he's saying.
Why do you think
Okay.
it's?
So what
why
were you
do
saying,
think-
Sneako?
Why do you think pussy from 10 different people is better than pussy from one person that you really love? Like, why is that better?
Okay, well now I'm starting to get a little...
Because then you get comfortable, respectfully.
Isn't Sneako like a fucking 20-year-old guy here? Like, how old is Sneako in this clip? Ryan Beard. Because I don't really... Dude, listen, I don't... Some people find their forever one. He's 23. Yeah, I don't know.
Bro, like you're out of shape and stuff like that.
Listen, dude, when a lot of these content creators in their early 20s become multimillionaires, all right? If the worst thing that they're doing is having consensual sex with a lot of people, they could be doing a lot worse, you know?
And I don't want to be
That's
like,
just kind of what happens.
like that. I want to be a high status person. I want to constantly work. And respectfully, both of you who are talking about this
Like, there are plenty of people who are 23 who are not looking to settle down, who are just casually dating.
are overweight. So it's like, I don't want to look like that. I want to be I want to be as high value as I can be.
You're fat, El Bozo.
23 is too old. Again, if you're like college age, I guess 23 is like out of college age, but barely, literally barely. So if you haven't hit the timeline,
that's like half of Sneako.
Dude, people will say that I'm totally wrong on this, and then they'll find out that like every long distance relationship in college ends up with cheating. I don't know, dude. I think a lot of college is casual dating, pretending that it's not.
Goes arguments against these two.
Not everybody. There are people who make it. There are also people who make it from high school and they'll have very happy lives and stuff. But I think that most people spend the majority of their 20s.
It's pathetic because he struggles to articulate any actual point during this entire debate. And it doesn't work regardless because Ryan and Papa Gut are aware that they're both fat and are willing to make fun of themselves for it. I think it's pretty reasonable for Ryan to not want to talk to Sneako again after this, as watching this cuckold debate is as exhausting to watch as a Jake Doolittle video. And it's also...
Long distance relationships are denial with extra steps. There are I'm not going to just say every long distance relationship is fake or bad inherently. There are absolutely reasons to do it, and there are scenarios that I wouldn't frown upon. But if you met on Discord, I'm talking about you, Chatter. You, who's never even held her hand but dated her for 2 years. You're not dating anyone. I just want to let you know, you're single.
Also hypocritical for Sneako to call Ryan a coward for this, as he fled a debate with Turkey Tom, which is why his stint on the Soy Boy collage
Dude, shut up, she's real!
was short-lived.
Yeah.
would also beef with Hassan Piker's lackey, Noah Sampson. In August 2022, Noah released a video dunking on a Manosphere Street Interview channel, with Sneako himself being brought up in the video. He immediately watched it on stream.
Dude, a Noah Sampson video where somebody doesn't get called a fucking pedophile? Holy shit, dude. Wow.
theme.
A pedophile or like a supporter of genocide? What the fuck?
And while he did rightfully call out Noah's fake nice guy shtick and his sponsorship of BetterHelp, he spends much of this reaction yelling and being an obnoxious loser.
Does anybody need therapy?
Wait, did he create the fa meme? I'm so confused. Is that like the fa? Is that him?
Does anybody need therapy?
Bots! I fucking knew it, bro. Chat, they all say the same shit.
Dude, fa! There's Sneako.
I think someone needs therapy. Bro, eat a fucking Frank. Ah! They sound identical, bro. No, chat, don't say everybody report it. Leave it alone, bro.
What? Alright, I think the therapy comments are fucking obnoxious as well. But why is the chat like, let's flag this guy's fucking channel? Wait, what's why do you have to tell your chat not to flag him?
Let him live in their nonsense. It is what it is, man.
Noah would respond back with a
that's weird.
minute-long video, which Sneako would react to alongside.
I do find the therapy stuff to be insufferable. I'm sorry. I think that people who constantly talk about therapy all the time they're doing it for self-fulfillment, to let you guys know that they're in therapy and how awesome it is. I think that's what that, like, people who, this isn't like an anti-therapy take, but it's definitely an anti-therapy advocate take, because I think the majority of them are just kind of bullshitting. The ones who are like the chibi reviews, like, hey guys, I just had a therapy session today. It went really well. It's like, yeah, cool, dude.
Destiny was a bit more.
Or the controversial ones where it's like, hey, I just got into this huge controversy, but I went to therapy and now I'm better.
More neutral here, as he was constantly debating Sneako regarding the red pill, though hates Noah for being an unlikable prick who makes boring videos. It's like a trifecta of awfulness, with all three of these guys spiritually beefing over who looks more like a sex offender. Sneako doesn't really make any good points against Noah, and instead constantly asks Daddy Destiny for help.
Destiny, why are you laughing? Because
I just think it's funny. These people are, they're fun.
Dude, the fallacy here is the appeal to Bonnell.
These people are what?
There's a reason why I stopped watching like all the bread tube, left tube shit.
Destiny, any points? Your stream is probably getting mad at me right now.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I hate this guy, so there's not much for me to say.
You could just go to therapy and let it be that. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. And again, it's not like always inherently bad to just mention it, but a lot of these guys use it as like a weapon. They're like, oh, sounds like somebody needs to go to therapy. You know?
All right.
I went to therapy and it's the best. I am very well adjusted. I am so much better now than like the iDubbbz and Issa, like, I guess you need to go to therapy. When you talk to Dr. Lipschitz, you could fix your entire life.
Why do you hate him? These are your people. You kind of look the same too.
Yeah, good one.
Yet despite this, Sneako was constantly digging at Noah for not wanting to debate him.
Noah Samson, stop being a fucking pussy. Just talk on Discord. Oh my god. He's 100% watching this right now.
Yeah, you think so?
Yes. And Sam, he follows me.
It's clear to Destiny why he wouldn't, as only half a year prior, he lost the debate to the horse-fucking pedophile, Vosh. What? Though in this circumstance, it's pretty reasonable for him to not want to join the call, as Sneako would have likely just talked over Noah and acted like an annoying nuisance. Another breadtuber Sneako began lambasting around this time was Chad, who had made a video criticizing
you disagree with me, Nick. You need to go to therapy.
True! Also, I look like a total asshole right there. I didn't realize that was like a health circle, so I literally just tried to snake that person and kill them, and dude, that was bad. Dude, they're gonna remember that. What the fuck? I didn't know you couldn't shoot that person. I just kept unloading my gun into their head, thinking that would kill them. Alright, now I'm gonna kill them. Alright, good. Nice. That was like really embarrassing. I don't know why I did that. Oh my god, are they self-resing? No! They're escaping! They're escaping! I can't I have to reload! Fuck! What just happened, bro? What the fuck, dude? How did I die? What was that?
Hill dating coach. During his reaction, Sneako began making some sexually charged comments towards her, attempting to mock her for being a femcel.
You know what's so funny about the internet? It hides the fact, and like this feminist garbage hides the fact that she's attracted to that guy making the videos. It is what it is. Girls, you could vouch for it. You know it's true. She would. she would.
Oh, I think I remember this. The Chad comment was weird as fuck too.
And you know, sister, what's so predictable? You could tell by the way she's talking that she hasn't been properly
Yeah, this was a weird fucking comment.
in a long time.
I don't agree with you. Seems like you need a good dicking. Is like a really weird thing to say about somebody.
Nicholas DeOrio streamed it this last night, and after watching Nick's stream, I'm kind of fucking blackpilled on this shit.
Yeah, this is just it's
been a while. So she's on the internet making this garbage video, promoting all this feminist garbage to your fucking lonely girls in the comment section.
Thank you.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated.
What you really need, Chad?
There are a lot of guys online who should focus on going to the dentist over going to therapy. That is actually a surprisingly accurate take. But some people can't help it, dude. A lot of the UK guys just have fucking absolutely destroyed chompers. Is there a reason why the UK teeth situation is so bad? Is it like the water? Is it like rampant Roman incest? Like why are UK people's teeth so fucking bad? I always just kind of assumed there was like a lot of like Game of Thronesian incest that happened in Europe.
Yeah, shut up with your feminism.
Alexa, okay, so this is a really creepy thing that Sneako's doing right here. But hold on. All right, I was gonna ask a question, but I gotta be honest with you, I'm kind of more invested in the Sneako thing right now. That's insane.
Lonely girls in the comment section. What you really
Why is Sneako raping me through the screen? What is happening?
Chad is some. Yeah, shut up with your feminism. Yeah, come here.
Dude, what the? Whoa!
Come here. That's what you need. And she's gonna go. Ah.
Dude, this is a fucking. I remember this clip being bad, but I didn't remember it being that bad.
That's what you need. You need some sense. Fuck back into.
Jesus Christ, dude.
To you. And you know what they're gonna.
And this guy is saying that shit about Brandon Buckingham, bro. He is such a fucking hypocrite.
Dude, right after I did that, they're gonna clip that part and say I'm an incel problematic, but you know it's true. You can hear it in her voice. She hasn't been properly.
This is like such a lengthy segment as well. Like this is just it's just still going. And I am done with Fortnite for the night. To be clear. It's all right. That was fun. That was a fun time that we just shared together.
And too long. And now you make no sense.
Even his chat is saying, "Yeah, well, to be clear, so is mine, but for different reasons."
That's what happens, man. That's what happens, yo. Someone vouch for me. You
0 victory royales. Bro, I gotta get back into the game, dude. I gotta start gaming offline to get back to the, Wow, oh shit.
First, nobody really...
That's an interesting comment. He's such a 1 minute man. Probably. Actually, you're probably right. Yeah.
Talked about this clip. It took another 2 months.
How embarrassing would it be if he's doing the foursome and he's like, oh, I was too embarrassed or whatever. I didn't want to like engage in that, and I was just watching my girl. What if he just like immediately busted?
Nick just started
and then he just had to sit there and just watch it. Like he's done. Like they're done. That would be worse, right?
RedTuber Nick is not green to stumble across it, dedicating an entire video to it. Nick describes Sneako's statements as a rape threat.
You know, this is why he got banned off of YouTube. Wait, they unbanned him after that? That's brave.
Threat of some kind, using it to argue that Sneako broke YouTube's terms of service.
Sneako is harassing a female content creator, telling her that the reason why she's so upset is because she hasn't had sex in a while, and then he proceeds to aggressively simulate a sexual assault on Chad in his live stream.
This is like some of the best delivery I've ever seen. Holy shit, dude.
In a while, and then he proceeds to
then simulate raping her in the clip, and I thought it was bad.
Aggressively simulate a sexual assault on Chad in his live stream in front of thousands of people. And like I said, there are creators who I disagree with, and then there are people like Sneako who actively threaten other creators.
Yeah, like jar-like delivery. Yeah, true.
On YouTube, spread hate speech and over.
By the way, I fucking hate this guy.
Overall, make YouTube a less enjoyable and more dangerous place for everybody who's on it. Not to mention that this clip alone obviously violates violates YouTube.
Oh, by the way, he's also sorry about the super mega stuff for a 4,000th time. Good meme, Saber.
YouTube's community guidelines around harassment. YouTube has banned creators even recently for much less, and I think that this is an obvious instance of a creator who is now causing more harm by existing on this site.
Now I'm gonna give some hot takes here, so before you raise your pitchforks, why don't you listen to what I have to say? I don't think Sneako was simulating a sexual assault on Chad. After doing extensive research on this clip and watching the original stream, it's clear that he's making a crude joke about how she hasn't had sex in a while, and would have a completely different attitude about men if she did.
I get that that was where it was going, but like him saying like shut the fuck up about your feminism thing, to me at least implies that the person is trying to explain feminism while he's like doing this, and that doesn't sound like. Again, when I watched the clip, I don't really agree with you on that one.
Now, whether you agree with that or not, it's clearly a
I'm gonna go with not on that
joke, pointing out the hypocrisy of those who overuse the term incel. Here's Sneako's explanation from his response stream to Nick.
When I'm fucking a bitch, yeah, come here, consensually, obviously. I wasn't saying I wanted to do a Chad.
Dude, you look like you were like smothering her and saying like, shut up, shut up, shut up. Like when she's like criticizing your take.
Chad, I don't give a fuck about that hoe. That queen. Fuck, I need to reword it. I don't care about her.
Like the part, I'll play it one more time, so trigger warning or whatever. This is the part that makes me think it's not consensual. Again, this is a hypothetical. This is like
clear that he's making a crude.
Where is it? This part.
You touch me, you long, and now you make no girls section. Yeah, shut up with your feminism. Yeah.
That part, this part, that part right there makes me think that he's like simulating raping her.
Yeah, shut up with your feminism. Yeah, come here.
I don't know. I can see why Rob would say that. I just don't agree.
It's
about that hoe. Obviously, I wasn't saying I wanted to do a Chad. I don't give a fuck about that hoe. That queen. Fuck, I need to reword it. I don't care about her. I don't want to touch her. I don't want you near me. I'm saying she needs that. She needs somebody to be like, yeah, shut up. Shut up. That's
the issue is like on its own, even the version that Rob is like the version that Rob believes, I think is fucking crazy to say to somebody. Like, I think that's bad enough. But my impression of that clip is worse still.
That's how she properly needs to be fucked. So
it goes from like, this is like a doctor disrespect thing of like, why does it matter? It's like, well, it could get worse, but it's not going to get better.
One thing, the fact that fucking Susan's pet thinks that that's assault proves two things. One, you don't know how to fuck a bitch. You don't. These people can make videos calling men incels all goddamn day. Incel. Involuntary celibate, saying, you don't get bitches. You don't get pussy. Ha ha. You need to have sex. Incel. Her whole channel.
Why is he doing... Dude, was this back when 6ix9ine was popular?
Incel. Involuntary celibate, saying, you don't get bitches. You don't get pussy. Ha
he sounds like fucking 6ix9ine.
ha. You need to have sex. Incel. Her whole channel is called Chad. Making fun of white men. And you know why she didn't make a response to me? Because I'm not a white man. You've been calling men incels all day long. Let me flip it on you, bitch. Femcel. You
damn, you've shown her, Sneako.
need to get fucked. When you say incel to me, when you say incel to men, you're saying you need to fuck. But you cannot say the reverse, because then it's assault. Don't you see the hypocrisy?
Now it is completely reasonable.
Yeah, that didn't really do anything for me, Sneako.
For Chad to be disturbed by the original comments, as he's making vulgar comments about her sex life.
The US focuses a lot on cosmetic dental health. Oh, fuck, this is what I wanted. Braces for cosmetic reasons, teeth whitening. UK only uses orthodontists when they're needed for tooth function and focuses more on health and not whitening. Huh. Interesting. Thank you for that.
But it's exaggeratory to claim he was threatening sexual assaults against her. You know who does claim stuff like that? Sneako himself.
Saying you're gonna R-word my girlfriend?
Yeah, that's that.
You said that? Yes.
That's a little crazy, yeah.
Literally, word for word, I'm going to R-word your girlfriend on his fucking public Instagram story.
I don't think Nick really seems to care about that, as he used the situation to claim that Sneako should be deplatformed, even giving step-by-step instructions on how to mass report him.
And this isn't even about free speech. This is about taking action when a content creator spreads messaging like this, and I think YouTube would agree that someone like this definitely does not belong on their platform. If you watch this video and you also believe that Sneako should be banned from YouTube, you can go to his channel pages, click about, and then click the flag icon on the right side of the page and report the user.
Notice how Nick is telling people to mass report both his channels, not just the one where he made the comment. Now, I would
the intent is to like fully deplatform, which I agree with what Rob was about to say. This is also a bannable offense. Like, you can't do this either.
This a misuse of YouTube's reporting system, as laid out in the TOS. So if Sneako should be banned, shouldn't Nick be banned as well? And it seems that Sneako never broke the TOS.
Like, you can't brigade somebody with like mass reports. And again, if you're reporting a channel that didn't even do it, you're reporting his alt channel as well.
In the situation, as neither his stream or any of the channels went down around this time. He only got banned a month later on October 3rd, as he had two prior.
He really likes that Cartier. Is that his only watch? I noticed this last stream that he was wearing the Cartier.
Strikes related to misinformation, something completely separate from this.
I don't like that watch for one reason. It's got a fucking glossy fucking bezel, and it's a scratch magnet. That thing is a fucking scratch magnet, dude.
Incident.
What were the strikes for?
COVID misinformation, election misinformation, and cyberbullying.
And these were on streams or were these YouTube videos?
Streams, all streams. Oh, well, stream clips.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would post those on another channel, but then they got...
Horse shaming is... Well, I mean, this guy's wealthy as fuck, right? I would expect him to be wearing, like, I don't know, a second watch.
They got all my channels.
Damn.
I saw you speculating it with Yassine the other day.
Most people don't have 10 plus watch. Bro, he's wearing a $10,000 watch to flex to you. He's not most people. You know what I mean? Like, he's wearing that. He's positioning his hand in such a way that you're looking at his watch. The intent is to flex to you. So I'm surprised that he only has one watch. Well, I don't know if he only has one watch, but I noticed 2 times what he was wearing, and it was that watch.
Drove me over here.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people are pretty uncertain about it, but I think it was a bigger decision because...
The last time he was doing this, you could see him, like, positioning his wrist closer to the center of the frame.
The cyberbullying one came when I was in Bucharest. I feel like they saw me shaking hands with Andrew Tate, and they wanted to just, you know...
Also, I'm not trying to shit on Cartier again, but, like, Cartier is, like, what's my first watch gonna be? Because I need to go to a wedding. Cartier doesn't really scream, like, baller, fucking manosphere badass. It's like, this is a watch I can wear with a suit.
Right.
Despite how much I hate Sneako, I don't think he should have been banned from YouTube.
It's like a dress watch.
I'm one of those guys who thinks YouTubers shouldn't be banned besides extreme circumstances. Like if they're scamming fans or using...
I agree mostly with what Rob is saying here.
...using their platform to exploit minors. All this ban did was justify Sneako's persecution complex.
Okay, Cartier had great women's watches. Bro, if there's a Cartier watch that I would want, they have the, they like sandblasted the bezel so you won't see a bunch of scratches. They make a similar watch to that in titanium. It looks so fucking cool.
As he was forced to move to more fringe platforms like Rumble, a site that normalizes right-wing extremism, trapping fans deeper into his echo chamber. Remaining on YouTube would allow his viewers to discover different perspectives, and may even see videos challenging Sneako's rhetoric. From this point forward, Sneako became far more radical, even collabing with the likes of...
Here, these are the Cartier Santos and Tank. These are like the 2 watches. These are the ones that people get. I think it's... I mean, I like it. Obviously, one of these is a woman's watch, I believe, right? I like both of them. They're like very... Like, they don't look like other watches, you know what I mean? Like, they have a very non-generic look. They're cool, you know? But this part right here in particular, the whole part gets like so scratched and beaten up that it would fucking piss me off. It looks like scratch hell. It literally is. It would look like the back of your old iPhone.
Of Kanye West and Nick Fuentes.
How is it a woman's watch? Well, I say that because it's a smaller watch and it had diamonds on it. Diamonds don't inherently make it a woman's watch, but 9 times out of 10, when you see a watch that's got like diamonds on it and it's smaller, it's probably like a woman's watch, if that makes sense. Like, you can wear diamonds and you could wear a smaller watch, but in most cases, when you're getting into those like smaller sizes, it's women's watches.
Easily the most notorious enemy in Sneako's roster is Moist Critical.
Hey, we're on the mags thing now. Let's go.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Thank you.
Speaking of watches, thanks to Watch Talk and inheriting a couple of Seikos, I made my first Seiko purchase of an SRPK 69 on a Sam's Club special for $150 less than retail.
That's
I love
fucking
it
cool.
so much it's my daily now.
Good for you, bro.
Someone who he's had static with since 2020.
It's not cheap, but it's not high-end luxury.
Though there be...
Yeah, well, so, okay, I'm done with watches now, but on your low-end luxury, it's like Tudor is really good. That's probably your best entry level in terms of low-end luxury. Omega used to be there, but they're trying to like weave up into the middle land. Omega's real fucking battle is with Tudor, so when they price themselves into Rolex territory, they're gonna lose. But yeah, it's really just like you got your Tudor brands there, you got your like Grand Seiko, you got your Cartier watches, then you've kind of got your Omega and Rolex, and then from there it's like Audemars, Patek, Jacob & Co., what's the other one? Vacheron, like that's like the high end. So yeah, that's kind of like the where you're looking.
Beef only truly started in November 2022, as Sneako was upset by a video Charlie made dunking on Fresh from Fresh and Fit. Walter Weeks, and yes, that's his name, tells an outlandish story of being invited to fuck a bunch of hot girls due to his connection with an unnamed NBA player. Charlie doubts this and spends the video making harmless.
What's your next stream drama watch? I'm going to the they opened a new Rolex boutique. I want to go there soon and try on some shit. But I'm still hoping the Sky Dweller is in my future, waiting for the call.
Jokes at his expense.
What an incredible story. I can't wait for the sequel.
Dude, so, okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting fucking triggered right now. Somebody just mentioned watches that are too big for their wrist, and I want to bring up the fucking... Who the fuck was the Invicta guy that I pissed off in my chat? I'm sorry, I did not mean to shit on your brand. Hand watch. So somebody won hand watch of the year for their Invicta. They might literally be the top rated post of all time. Let me go to top rated this year. Oh wow, that's not
Stoic.
good. Hebrews! There's a whole hand watch sub to bully people who can't wear watches correctly. Alright, this is not the one. Dude, hand watch is actually one of the greatest subreddits of all time. Dude, what the fuck is this, bro? Okay, not that one. Dude, what the fuck is this, bro? Yes!
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
We are back to the bisexual bum? Oh man.
Bro, whoever
the goat.
Do you have a bigger watch, man? I think it looks kind of awkward. Does it come in a bigger size? I don't know if this is dude. Can somebody show this to Ethan Klein, dude? I want. Can you give me the model number of this? I think I need to try to find a bigger one for my wrist. That's what, dude. This is hand watch of the year. Dude. Okay, I'm sorry. Why are they cutting off their hand circulation? Listen, bro, if you just have enough money for a Rolex and you can't afford an extra link, are you gonna not wear it, or are you gonna fucking put $200 on a credit card for the extra link, man? You gotta make these tough choices.
Equal, Fresh and Fit in the Goblet of Fucking. I don't even understand the title of this video anymore. It's Pull Girls Easily, but doesn't seem like there was anything easy about this. He met...
I don't even know if because I remember they talked. They like did a debate, right?
Someone that claimed to be an NBA player that invited him to a mansion and then assigned 3 women to fuck him. Like, that's not exactly a lesson that can translate to most people. Of course, it's all made up and shit, but the takeaway here...
What was that subreddit? r/handwatch.
Is basically nothing.
Get it like wristwatch, handwatch?
It's a fucking nothing burger. It's this guy trying to make himself look cool and embarrassing.
This is what I noticed. A lot of Sneako dramas are just like, hey, this guy's kind of like a cringe loser. And he's like, what? And then all of a sudden it just escalates into something absolutely fucking crazy.
Sneako was really upset that Charlie was making fun of his new friend, so he went on stream and started hurling ineffective insults. Mainly jabs at Charlie being a gamer, who probably doesn't go outside very much. Though what led to Charlie responding back was a moment where Sneako brings up his then girlfriend, Tiana.
Someone just texted me, I'm not gonna say names. Someone texted me. He's in a monogamous relationship. This is his girl.
Is this... Dude, this is like insane. That is like... What the... Dude, this guy sucks, bro. Sneako has like 0 redeeming qualities. That is fucked up, bro.
So there you go. I mean, I told you, like, I could hear it in your voice. The fact that someone doesn't have to abide by those rules. Someone could go and fuck a lot of bitches. That it's so foreign to a lot of people's ideas, because when you get brainwashed, when you get told...
Bro, he just outed him for being monogamous. That's crazy.
That monogamy is the answer, and you need to go and be married and just settle down.
She's cute. Are we supposed to be disgusted by her? Well, that's what his intent is, to put the picture on the screen so her whole chat goes like, ew. Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. That's fucked up, dude. That's not like I don't know. That's not like a man's thing to do. That's a boy. A boy talks like that.
Some girl, when you hear other people talking about stories like this, you're like, there's no way it's true. You're a virgin.
Sneako did this as he believed Charlie was mocking polyamory as a whole, which is clearly just his insecurities showing.
What does this have to do with anything? What does bringing up a picture of me and my girlfriend have anything to do with anything that has happened? And where is monogamy even coming from? You're fighting an invisible enemy right now. You're fighting ghosts that aren't real. Like, none of this had anything to do with the video itself of me joking about a stupid fucking story that this guy told. Like, it's so weird, and he's been mad ever since, as I understand it. I, of course, don't really watch him, but I keep getting updates on Sneako not being happy, wiggling his finger saying, I don't really like this Charlie guy anymore for this.
It's just super fucking weird and petty for Sneako to even bring up Tiana. I mean, she has nothing to do with any of this. It's also behavior that
No, because he sees it like, oh, this is a person in your life, so this is like a good weakness that I can exploit for personal gain.
Himself reprimanded Brandon Buckingham for.
Everybody go tell Sneako he's a pseudo alpha male coward. Dude claims to train boxing all the time like he's tough, has an incredibly massive ego, and his girl gets ran through every night by mad dudes. What the fuck does my girlfriend have to do with that? It has nothing to do...
Bro, you have a totally different dynamic. Sneako has a crazy different dynamic than literally every other person online. Because, yeah, if Charlie was making videos saying that his girlfriend was fucking ran through and he's in a polyamorous relationship, that's one thing. But, yeah, it's just totally different.
But people's ego and respect, like, the male ego is so fragile now. It's so fragile.
Bro, is there a YouTube glitch right now? What is happening? I don't know if I'm being trolled. I'm getting one guide right now, probably. But if I'm not getting trolled, I want to know what the problem is. Because 4 times in the last 3 streams, somebody has told me that the video is muted, and it's not muted. But, like, yesterday, the only reason I think this might be real is yesterday when it was happening, like, 20 people in a row were telling me the video is muted, and they had to refresh to hear it. That doesn't sound like it could be possible if you can hear me. I'm getting trolled. Okay, I'm getting trolled. Good. New troll just dropped. Good. All right, Vods, ban anybody who goes, the video is muted.
Fragile, where one simple gay joke... All I said was, why you on my dick? And he's talking about my girlfriend. Like, he knows I'm not a cuck.
Though there's a difference here, as he's made his relationship with Maria incredibly public, even using it to promote his degenerate lifestyle. Charlie then mocks Sneako for his takes regarding the movie Cuties, and makes a point regarding his reluctant cuckoldry. A month later, Sneako further ignited their feud when he shit-talked Charlie's recent video on entertainment.
By the way, I said that knowing that every mod that I have is sleeping, to be clear.
It's arrest. By this...
Dude, I actually need to get mods because I don't have, like, my mods fall asleep. I only have like 4 of them that are active.
This time, he was tired of responding to Charlie's videos and wanted to...
It is kind of crazy that we run this entire channel with like 4 mods.
Either debate him in person or even fight him in the boxing ring.
Smaggle fucking wakes up. Smaggle will fall asleep in his fucking chair, like, like just fucking dying in his chair.
You know what would be very entertaining? Me and you in the boxing ring in 6 rounds.
I'll mod. Listen, Vito, you're in the fucking hot seat right now because you're the muted guy, so I cannot give you any powers.
Or 12 rounds. Let's do it. You want to entertain me? You want a game all day? This is a real life game. Let's see who wins, man. We can play Super Smash Bros. Or we can get in the boxing ring. What do you want to do? Look at my Rumble chat.
Yeah, dude, it was literally just Brandon Buckingham's not big enough. I need to clout shark. That was the play.
Right now.
Sneako's fans then began to brigade Charlie's chat, to which he called them all cucks and threw some insults their way.
Oh, Sneako must be streaming on Rumble right now. What's going on, cucks? You guys watching Cuties over there? A little watch party? Sneako got a strike.
Fucking cry. Oh, Smaggle, you guys are crying in chat.
On Rumble? No, I doubt that.
This motherfucker just got paging moderator Smaggle.
What do? Bring his girlfriend on to get fucked by another
Holy shit, dude, I don't remember this. This is fucking banger.
man on Rumble or something?
Wow.
How did he get a strike? I wouldn't call Sneako a pedophile. He is a child porn enjoyer. He's a big Cuties fan. That doesn't constitute him.
Dude, now knowing all the context here, like, I understand why Charlie is so... I've never seen Charlie like this mad before.
And being like
but it's totally warranted.
Offending pedophile. He just enjoys little girls shaking their ass. Ask him about it. He'll tell you. The fine art of it, or some shit. The deeper message.
Oh, dude, Nerd City is my favorite A-log. That guy... Dude, there was a stream where somebody posted, it was called Releasing Nude Images of Nick DeOrio, and, like, the first guy in the chat was Nerd City. I got into a beef with this guy, like, fucking 10 years ago. Nerd City is my biggest fan. Nerd City is my biggest hater. I saw one message today of Nerd City where he's like, "It's okay, guys, I can handle myself," or whatever. He was like having a big pity party for himself. Dude, Nerd City is my favorite type of like autistic fixation.
In response to,
because he has followed me around since my first YouTube video I've ever released.
To Sneako's fight offer, Charlie declines as they have way too big of a height difference. Sneako is 6'2", and Charlie is a
like
literal...
Nerd City has been my biggest fan
the guy
since I was sub 100 subs.
Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
Can you make me mod so I can make a GoFundMe to launch my Playboy career?
Nerd City said that you are Stoic Chronicles, by the way. That's literally impossible. That would be fucking insane. That would be a good monetization strategy. But unfortunately not true. But yeah, Nerd City found me when I was like a sub 100 sub YouTuber. I mean, it wasn't like a nice way of finding me, but it was an effective one.
Dwarf from Middle Earth.
I'm standing at a beautiful 5'6". Like going through doorways is oftentimes burdensome. It's just massive shoulders popping through.
Are you only 5'6"?
Did you say only?
This to me is a pretty good reason to not fight Sneako, as the difference in size would make the fight comparable to Chris Raygun's beatdown at
Oh my god, dude, this is like still one of the most jarring fucking fights I've... These were the guys who were like, yo, we're trying to do the fighting thing right, man. We're not trying to fucking put anybody against each other who can't handle it.
Bitter Clash 2.
We respect the fight game, dude. We respect the fighters. We don't want any of those knockouts and shit. That'd be bad. These guys are taking a lot of damage.
That's over.
Charlie insists that Sneako should stop ducking Brandon's offer. A match that makes way more sense, as the dude is 6'3". But Sneako wouldn't accept the offer, as
dude, we needed somebody more clouded.
Brandon would whip his ass.
Sneako would beat your
Oh, maybe that's the
ass.
case.
Maybe. How about this? If he fights Brandon, then I'll consider it.
That's crazy.
Brandon's my champion. Tell him to stop ducking Brandon and I'll take him seriously. Tell him to pause cuties real quick.
It's just I'd rather sit at home and yell at a camera, tell jokes than, risk my manhood falling flat for Brandon.
What fucking headset is that guy wearing? That doesn't look comfortable. Does that look comfortable to you?
Brandon Buckingham.
That reminds me of my like Sony headset, like the PlayStation one that I have. I mean, it's fine, I guess.
If I lose the fight.
Charlie did try to check out Sneako's
It's a Turtle Beach ass headset
stream, but he couldn't pull it up due to him being banned on Twitch, and the fact that his chat kept spamming some very naughty words.
I'll check out his stream myself. I can't put it on.
Bro, remember was it Skull Candy? Those were like the headphones that everybody had in fucking school, dude. Bro, you got Beats? Nah, dude, I'm rocking Skull Candy.
Twitch because he's banned, but...
Is that company still in business?
I'll see. I bet he's getting real animated and real loud right now. But he looks homeless, and he doesn't go outside.
They were trash. Yeah, dude, everything was trash back then by current day standards, but yeah, those were trash by trash standards.
And he won't fight me. If he fights Brandon, I'll seriously consider it, man. Stop ducking Brandon.
Since they couldn't chat on stream...
Remember back when there was actual YouTube boxing, and it wasn't like this oversaturated shithole?
Charlie...
I do kind of miss it. I do kind of miss YouTube boxing. But I miss diss tracks, and I'm the only one apparently.
Jokingly insisted that Sneako watches Twitch clips instead, which really enraged the bastard. He started dancing around his room like a little fairy, waving around a gun, as it's the only real way for him to...
Dude, this is so pathetic.
To seem intimidating, it instead comes across as pathetic, having to pull out a gun in response to mean internet comments.
Wait, what is he wearing on his wrist right now?
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the
Hold on, I need to know,
$5,
is he still wearing the Cartier?
Instead comes across as pathetic, having to pull out a gun in response to seem intimidating. It instead comes across as...
If this is a third instance of him wearing the Cartier, then he has one watch.
As pathetic, having to pull out a gun in response to mean internet comments is pussy behavior. He's clearly doing it to threaten Charlie, insisting they hash it out IRL.
Hey, Moist Critical, you want to watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch.
Dude, that's so funny.
Watch my clips.
Bro, these are mags.
You want to watch? Oh, you want?
That's like, dude, the these are mags moments are like, is the most notable moment of Sneako's career, and it's not even him.
You watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm watching. You were?
It appears to be the Cartier from the side profile, but
I ain't watching none of your clips.
Yeah, that was it.
Watch my clips.
Charlie.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, this guy had one watch, and he wanted to show it off every chance he got.
Charlie would ignore this until multiple months later, as a pathetic tweet from Sneako really pissed him off. It insisted that Charlie was part of his mass cancellation, so he quote tweeted, "Holy shit, you pathetic, sensitive, soy little worm. I made fun of you for watching your girlfriend get fucked by numerous other men."
Holy shit, dude, I didn't even know Charlie tweeted.
And also insulted you for defending child porn. That's not cancellation, that's just spitting on you for being a pitiful, sad cuck.
Fucking hell, bro.
He then made a response video, pointing out his loser behavior and correcting his use of the word clips.
And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags.
Did he not expect Charlie to be strapped? Because I expected Charlie to be strapped.
They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here.
Yeah, total aura.
Obviously, this became a pretty viral moment, with many other creators
Dude, fucking John Wick, literally.
facing about how base and epic the
Dude, average Florida man.
This was. You had Meat Canyon portraying Charlie as some eldritch horror, which is probably not far off from how Sneako views him. I mean, the guy is all bark and no bites. He's like
the fucking lock.
Human equivalent of a chihuahua. During his debate with Charlie 2 weeks later, he acts all passive.
I like how he's just awkwardly pacing around some fucking lobby or whatever the fuck he is.
And calm.
But he's outside. He's like in some fucking courtyard just walking. Bro look like a strapped warlock.
Not raising his voice at all despite his prior statements. A majority of it regards the movie Cuties, though by the end, all hostilities have ceased. During his response video, Sneako insists he doesn't want to attack people anymore, choosing to
he just got bullied into stopping.
Instead, be a force for good.
I don't want to.
How long did that last? 5 minutes? What is the name of the next segment?
Attack people anymore. I would love to debate them and challenge their ideas, but they would rather make documentaries deep diving into my past, and my only existence on a platform that I'm banned on and grew up on is only hatred. You look up Sneako, there's no more of my videos.
Dude, hate dies, love arrives. Sneako's fucking flipping over a new leaf.
It's just people saying that my life is over, insisting that I'm a bad person. So the only option now is to be a force for good.
But this is...
Well, I can think of another option.
Nothing but showboating.
I was just fucking Marie Schradering really bad right there. I need to... I gotta reel that one in.
Sneako would continue going on the attack. Just like many of the leftists he criticized, he began putting himself up on a pedestal as a morally good person. Though instead of using progressivism, Sneako would use his religious values in order to mount up his high horse.
Sneako versus Mikey. I don't know who Mikey is. Do I want to jump ahead a little bit? I'm gonna leave. I'll leave you the Sneako versus. Okay, so we're going to skip the Mikey segment. You can check that out. We skipped a couple other segments earlier. We're going to jump to Sneako versus the Age of Consent.
In his continued effort to spread the word of Allah, Sneako would...
Okay, that is a better way than any to start off a segment.
Debate both Destiny and the streamer XQC in April 2024. The conversation...
Dude, XQC on debate. Debating XQC on the Age of Consent. You bro, why can't you just wait till they're like 18, bro? They're like adults, you know, they're like adults.
comes from where each of them get their sense of morality from, with Sneako commonly citing the Quran. The topic of pedophilia comes up, with Destiny asking Sneako what the age of consent should be. However, according to Sneako, the Quran doesn't give a specific age, instead vaguely answering that it's at a developed age.
What do you think the age of consent should be, Sneako?
Yeah.
Oh wait, he debated them both at the same time? I thought he did two different ones.
This is not an important conversation.
No, is it super? You don't think fucking kids?
Wait, you don't think this is an important convo,
They're not an
Sneako?
important conversation. What do you think the age of consent should be? If you want to be consistent, you don't think anything updates, just tell us what you think it should be.
I think it should be past at a developed age, Destiny.
Dude, what was that? You just fucking stuttered. That's not a time to stutter, Sneako.
I think it should be past at a developed
He just stroked out. How, dude? What should the age of consent be?
At a developed.
Dude, his brain just fucking short circuited.
What is a developed age? You would have said a law form. What would you said it? What would you said it about?
It's a developed age.
No, answer the question, you fucking pussy. Holy shit, you're such a cowardly fuck. Stand up for what you believe in. If you actually are fucking Muslim, you're actually Islamic or whatever, then stand up for your fucking beliefs. Every other Muslim scholar online will do this. Do it. Stand tall on it. Don't act like a little pussy in here trying to grill fucking XQC on fucking...
Bro, this is how you know you've pinned a grifter if they're afraid. They're afraid to say the talking point.
Ethics or whatever. If you won't even answer basic questions about your worldview, what should the age of consent be?
You see how...
This game looks really fun. What is this?
Yeah, you want to answer the question?
This is some shit that Augie would do while me and Flamenco are screaming at each other.
Question? You see how he's going to yap and not answer the question? I'm going to ask the same thing when you're done. Go ahead.
I just answered the question. I just told you.
What was the age?
Bro, he cannot win. XQC is horrible at this.
I just told you at a developed age.
Sneako doesn't have a good answer for this because the dude is studying a book where the protagonist marries a 6-year-old. When asked if his base of morality allows for relations of young children, Sneako gives a shady response.
So if a man fucked a 12-year-old and he was like, well, this person's like really developed, would that be okay then? You wouldn't call that person a pedophile?
No, that's wrong. Absolutely.
Why is that wrong?
I just said that you're not supposed to do relationships with people, but look.
Well, you can't do
Wait, relationships with people? Wait, I'm sorry, that wasn't the question, Sneako.
Relationships?
You can't do relationships with children. I said that like...
Wait, what is a child though? But what if they say they were developed?
Developed is 18 plus, bro. Like, come on now.
I'm a bit concerned that he's using the word relationships to describe what Destiny asked him. Because that seems like a non-answer to the question that was asked.
Do you co-sign that, Sneako? Is that what developed means? 18 plus?
Well, people believe that, but throughout a lot of states, a lot of it's like 17, a lot of it's 16.
So you think 16, 17, that's the ethical age to start fucking or marrying
I don't
people?
follow, but see, I don't follow the legal morality that you guys are following.
Dude, Sneako is a type of guy to know the age of consent.
So what I'm getting out of this is that Sneako wants to say 18, but he's actually like... This is a crazy position to be in. The audience that watches you would get mad if you're not... like, I mean, like, this is crazy, dude. Unless I'm reading it wrong, it seems like he's too scared to say the truth.
U.S. states.
Like, he needs to keep grifting by not giving a definitive age of consent stance.
You know he was super depressed when Japan...
Bro, this is like the... I don't... Why would you even put yourself in a position for like this?
Is the age of consent from 13 to 16. Jokes aside, he clearly does not...
Did he not know you could just griff MAGA? You don't even have to fucking...
I think the age of consent should be 18. As if he did,
Somebody show him the Tectone playbook so he doesn't have to do this anymore. This is fucking crazy.
He'd outright say so. He keeps going in circles on this topic, spending the next 10 minutes repeating the same vague...
Sneako thinks he's boy in a band.
Talking points over and over again.
I'm asking for the Sharia morality. What's the religious one? What do you think is the morality there?
It says developed. It's not a specific age.
So if the pedophile or if a guy wants to fuck a 12-year-old, if he feels like they're developed, then you're saying it should be okay in terms of religion, right? In terms of at least ethics or morality, right?
No, in the Quran, it does not specify. It doesn't have an age. Like, you're gonna go in circles about this forever?
No, the circle is because you're too much of a pussy to answer this question. Why would you ever like want to debate on age of consent? And then every single question you just can't answer.
I'm just curious.
Why would you even approach this conversation at all if you don't want to have it?
It's so hard to get you to give an age for when you think is an acceptable time to fuck somebody.
Okay, I answered the same question 4 times.
You haven't given it. Developed isn't an age. It's not a number.
Imagine losing a debate about consent with Destiny of all people.
This is, yeah, dude, Def Noodles on gay marriage is equivalent to Sneako on, like, defining pedophilia.
It's like losing a debate to Hitler on who loves Jews more. This stream reignited some suspicions that Sneako might be a Diddy blood, especially with the content.
A Diddy Blood.
Text of his cutie's defense.
Hey, what's up, Billy?
But things get worse from here. As he get into a similar drama a month later, Sneako was using the Omegle knockoff, Monkey, alongside self-proclaimed child lover John Zerka.
Oh my god, that's Zerka? How fucking old is this clip? He doesn't look like that anymore.
Underage girls.
No,
You know what a pedophile is? That's us.
No, okay, all right.
Dude, wasn't that BX Bullet person like eating his underwear or something? That was a meme, I think. I don't know.
Tayana, you know, it's
Well, he doesn't want to come out. He's not. He wants to come out of the closet. He's still.
Okay, what's your Twitter,
full-blown
Tayana, what's your
pedophile,
Twitter?
right? Chris Hansen slept his ass.
Say he's joking all you want, but only an hour later, the duo try flirting with two young teenagers.
Yeah, I mean...
Actually, we would make a great double date. I like you on the left, and I think Zerka likes the girl on the right.
They're both on the left. What up, girls? I want to kiss you guys.
How old are you?
Yeah, this is creepy as shit, dude.
Oh, I got that white bitch smiling. Let's go.
Don't they say their age and then they freak out?
Oh.
I think I've seen this clip before.
How old are you guys?
Underage. Well, you just yeah.
Like how underage though? Like your birthday's next week type shit?
Like we can't go to Starbucks, white bitch?
And I will be turning 15 in a month.
Oh god, dude. Oh god, dude. Oh, look at Zerka's fucking face, bro.
Oh, that's too old. I don't fuck with old people.
This is, yeah, wow. Holy shit, dude. So this tells me that Sneako is just fucking grifting. But he's done too much damage. That's my best take on this so far.
Fuck. And this somehow isn't the only occurrence of this. 2 months later, while Sneako was...
Because, like, dude, Zerka's just like, yeah, fuck it, dude. Whatever. Sneako looks like he's mortified. His life just flashed before his eyes. I don't think he wanted to be there.
He tried flirting with a 16-year-old. A very...
Okay, you know what? Maybe I've spoke too soon.
Obvious 16-year-old.
Do you speak English?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think of him?
Ooh, yeah, this is...
No, like, what do you think of him?
Yeah, this is too many. This is too many instances.
Oh.
Like, if you had to rate him, 1 out of 10.
7.
7?
7?
Yeah.
7.5?
7.8.
Okay, I'll take 8. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Teresa.
Teresa. 10.
Thank you.
Ooh.
How old are you?
16.
Fuck.
Yeah, this happened too many times, Mr. Cuties Man.
Damn it, bro.
Yeah, that's the... I think I just clued in on that. It looks like she's wearing, like, school shorts.
Thank you.
Like, I don't know if they actually are, but those look like the type of shorts that you get from your school.
Well, how old are you?
16.
It might be like an outfit for the job, though. I could be incorrect.
Fuck.
But that was the first thing I was thinking. That looks like some shit you get in like a high school shorts or whatever.
Damn it, bro.
And to avoid the embarrassment...
Yeah, like gym shorts, for, like with your school logo.
Sneako tried blaming his friend for putting him in the situation.
But it could be like establishment, like business merchandise or whatever that the employees wear.
As if he didn't just try to rizz up a child.
Alright,
Bro, that's your fault, bro. Like, why would you...
Shut up, bro. I'm just making conversation. I'm trying to... I didn't know this guy was going to take us to the most random spots. I thought he was going to take us deep low.
Okay, let's leave the water park. Thank you
Dude, it's a water park? Okay.
so much. Thank you.
Around this time, Sneako was also defending Dr. Disrespect.
Alright, you know what? I think I've spoken too soon on the Sneako thing. I'm starting to think this is getting to the point where it's just like, alright, let's call a spade here.
Who in June 2024 got exposed for talking inappropriately with a minor on the Twitch Whisper...
What age did she say? 16.
...app. Beforehand, it was a mystery why he got banned from Twitch back in 2020, but this filled in the gaps. Now, it was fair for many to doubt these allegations at first, as the former Twitch staff member who was spreading them, Cody Connors, was using the attention to promote his content.
Dude, it's Comment Cop! Guys, I'm Stoic Chronicles, I'm Comment Cop, I'm John Swan, I am everyone. These are all me.
But
apparently I'm in this video.
Disrespect gave some very
Dude, Connor eats pants. No wrongdoing was acknowledged. This motherfucker did that shit.
Responses, not denying the allegations, and instead insisting that no wrongdoing was acknowledged. He later confessed to messaging a minor inappropriately, though it's clear he's downplaying what he did. So I think it's safe to say that the doc is a predator, and should be condemned based on his own words. But Sneako chose a sweep for the guy.
Dude, fucking... Is that fucking young Stephen Hawking?
He claims this was all a smear campaign by leftists to ruin the career of a conservative streamer, doubling down on this time and time again.
Bro, I don't know anything about Dr. Disrespect. I don't know anything. I don't know. I've never watched his streams. I don't know, but when I see a guy who's right-wing get canceled by the left mob.
Dude, this guy gets fucking accused of being a fucking predator. And Sneako's like, he's a right-winger, dude. He didn't do it.
For something that's kind of... I'm like, you know what? That's our guy.
That's not a good way to think, Sneako.
Free him.
Sneako...
Guys, as much as everyone wants this to be the thing, I don't think that... I think that pedophilia crosses party lines, you know? As much as you want to say it's all the other guys, or all the... Yeah, no, it crosses party lines, man.
Arbitrarily decided the minor was 17 years old, arguing that the age gap is acceptable, but what's not acceptable to Sneako are female Twitch streamers with young male audiences. Not booby streamers, mind you, just regular Twitch girls who have simps in their audience.
They are turning people into simps. And
he's the right version of Denims. Dude, actually, that's not a bad comparison.
Here's another 3,000 gifted. Ding, ding. Jerking off all day. Most of them are teenagers. Most of them are underage. It doesn't even matter to them because Twitch is 13 plus. So they're okay if you're 13 years old edging to Pokemon all day. But if Dr. Disrespect texts a girl who's 17 years old, 11 months, 364 days, 59 minutes and 59 seconds, he's the worst person ever. Why?
How does this guy still have like a career? Like, what the fuck? You could do anything.
Tell me how that makes any sense. And as soon as
Dude, why do people give a shit about their reputations? This is just what I'm learning right now. It's just like, what is reputation? What is hypocrisy? What are any of these like arbitrary things that we chain ourselves to as content creators when fucking people like Sneako are still successful?
Second goes away. She's a prostitute. Everybody cheers.
He just makes things up and defends horrific people.
Like
that's his entire career.
Why does that define the age of consent?
It's crazy. You can just do whatever you want.
Sneako then says it's okay for the doc to flirt with this hypothetical 17-year-old, as in some states, the age of consent is 16.
Most states in America.
Let me make sure I can show Rob's name here.
I think over 30 states, age of consent is 16. But on Twitch, the age to sign up for the website is 13. But if you test a girl under 18, you get banned from everything. What if the girl was in one of the 16 states? How do you know? Do you know? Did anyone ask those questions? They don't.
You would think someone like Sneako would be an expert on age of consent laws, since he's constantly bringing them up to justify pedophilia, but there are restrictions, mate. Do you think they just let you drive to Nevada and fuck a random 16-year-old?
Ask Onision. He's in court right now, isn't he?
There's usually restrictions based on age gaps, and it's pretty unlikely that a state would allow this grown-ass man to fuck a girl.
When you cross state lines, I learned this in the Onision case, it's just 18. Like, if you're crossing state lines for any reason, the age of consent defaults to federal.
Girl half his age. Also, it's pretty agreed upon that the age of consent on the internet is 18.
I mean, it's funny we talked about Onision today, but yeah.
So regardless, he's wrong. Sneako...
And because I was confused at why that's literally by definition sex trafficking. That is how it's defined, so it becomes federal 18.
His only other defense here is a claim that this all happened 8 years ago. So why is this even relevant?
Also, this happened...
Ooh, what happened to this guy, bro? I haven't heard his name since COD took him out, bro. When Call of Duty took this guy out. This is the guy who called Tipster Burger Man or something, right? What was his name? Nick something?
He was 34 and now he's 42. So this happened 8 years ago? 8
Nick Merckx.
Years? That bitch is expired by now. Bro, that same girl he was DMing is now, she's ran out of eggs.
I mean, dude, I'm sorry. This is a fucking insane way to talk about a person who is fucking... Dude. Alright.
And now he's getting canceled for it?
Usually, this argument works if the allegation in question was of a much less serious nature, but we're talking about grooming here. I find this all funny because only 2 weeks later, he was shitting on the streamer Sketch for producing gay porn. He disregards arguments that this all happened years ago, even conflating that this happened—
Yeah, interacting with minors, Sneako's gonna fucking say nothing. Interacting with homosexuality, this guy's a fucking get him.
While he was a known streamer, insinuating he was grooming minors in his audience.
So he gets the kid audience by being a fucking autistic retard, getting the iPad kids who are already retarded from the vaccines and from all the social media they look at all day long. And then, now they're exposed to what every day they want to go, what's up, brother? And they see the
Yeah, this guy's like actually subhuman.
guy that they look up to, what's up, brothering, right up that hole. And now he's a hero because he changed. Because he was an addict? What was he addicted to? Did anyone ask?
This guy made gay porn, and Sneako is going harder on him than he would a self-admitted groomer. It's clear he's pissed that streamers would rather defend this guy than the doc. Even moral fagging that these guys care more about this than the genocide in Gaza.
What year was this? Is that the first time? Is this the first instance of the you don't care about the Gazan genocide? This had to be like years ago.
Seeing
this is 2024. No.
Sketch taking dick in that Israel bombing Palestine for 8 months straight.
Bro, this guy's literally fuck. Is he fucking right-wing Hassan Piker?
Gaza? Sketch.
It's horseshoe theory, Hassan.
So dumb.
Also around this,
Israel-Gaza shit has been vaguely online for over 10 years. Well, I mean, Israel-Gaza shit has been going on for decades, but like, online for 10 years? I don't know about that. In terms of like, you have to cover this now.
This time, Sneako was going—
Just not as popular? Okay.
Incredibly hard at Chris Tyson, which is justified. I did a whole documentary on the subject if you want to go watch that. But there's evidence of Chris grooming minors and gooning to animated child porn.
Oh god, dude.
However, it's clear he's super passionate about this because Chris is transgender.
Where's the consistency? When are you gonna go and disavow Christmas?
Yeah, do you guys remember when it was SmackDown versus Raw, Dr. Disrespect versus fucking Chris Tyson? It was like, alright guys, we have to have our politically assigned fucking allegation, and we will defend them with our lives.
You have way more information. You actually have the receipts, and you haven't said a word yet. Immediately, Dr. Respect, ew, disgusting, worst person ever. Chris from Mr. Beast silent. And you know why? Because he's a transgender. Because you don't want to disavow the woke community. You don't want to go against your own people. It wasn't about Dr. Respect messaging a 17-year-old. It was about a white straight man that you disagree with.
He claims people weren't jumping to cover this because of Chris's gender identity, boldly exclaiming that people were picking sides.
These female Twitch streamers who dominate the Twitch platform, they were so quick to talk about Dr. Disrespect. When Dr. Disrespect, he didn't even get anything leaked. There's no receipts. Apparently he messaged a 17-year-old and immediately jumped to Twitter to call him the worst person ever. And when I saw that, I'm like...
Again, there was no credible allegation that this person was 17. That is wishful... That's another aspect that makes him look more sinister here. Is that he's running with this 17 thing, and it's just not anywhere. This is like... Yeah, I'm sorry. That makes this like way fucking worse.
Okay, straight white man who's talking about conservative values.
And people are like, oh, what does it matter? It's like, well... I've given this explanation a million times. It's a minor, dude. What does it matter? Oh, okay. Is that your position? Okay, so if you found out this was an 8-year-old, would you think it was worse? Yeah. But I don't think a 17-year-old is better. No, it's not. Okay? But it can scale downward. So by saying it's 17, it's the least bad to protect him from what could potentially be the reality of, like, significantly more sinister action. So like, yeah, what he did now is already bad, but it could get worse. So yeah, I would like to know how old the person was.
Like him. That has nothing to do with the 17-year-old. They just don't like him and they want a reason to cancel him. That's why you see the same people who called out Dr. Disrespect are silent around Chris from Mr. Beast, even with mountains of evidence because they don't want to lose opportunities.
Yet the reason people hadn't said anything yet is because they were waiting for Chris to respond.
I really like you.
And the streamers he's citing here only condemned the dog when he basically admitted it. Sneako would use the situation to continue his beef with Moist Critical, calling him out for sweeping.
Dude, and you can tell this guy's a fucking idiot because he doesn't use a phone case.
Despite how new
he's fucking team no case. That's cringe as shit, dog.
Who this drama was.
Yo, look out. Moist Critical is not going to go talk about the Chris situation because he wants to have the Mr. Beast collab. Bro, you're going to talk about every other trending situation, Dr. Disrespect, Sneako, anything that goes viral goes on your main channel. Chris, the associate of the biggest YouTube channel in the world, you do a 4-minute clip on your second channel. Stop coping and be a journalist if you're going to be a journalist, or just say that you want to have the collab. Stop lying. By the way, it's clips on mags.
Fun fact, this was streamed only a day after he tried flirting with that 16-year-old. Moist Critical was—
Yo, you've gotta be kidding me, bro. Alright, that's kind of a nuclear fucking detail in this video.
On to Sneako in his next video, mentioning his many hypocritical takes.
That's kind of fucking nuclear, bro.
When it comes to pedophilia. He even shows a clip where Sneako seemingly defends child marriage.
Age of consent should be maturity. It's not even 18 in most states. Why do you even believe that? It's because in Hollywood, it's 18, so that gets pushed everywhere. Most places, 16. And if you question that, then they call you a pedo. I believe the age of consent is the age of maturity. It should be called the age of marriage. Age of consent implies that you're gonna have sex out of wedlock. I think it's better that people get married at 16, 17 than to have a bunch of premarital sex until they're 30 and they're—
So I'm starting to think, I was thinking this for a while. This guy is like probably pretty indefensible.
Washed up and then they get jaded and they're on birth control and they have dried up.
Why didn't he say this to Destiny?
I think that's better for society.
This led to another debate between the two, where Charlie asked if Sneako would hook up with a 16-year-old by his own logic. He says he wouldn't, though his reasoning is that it would be out of wedlock, so it would be against his religious principles. So Charlie asked if it would be okay for Sneako to marry a 16-year-old.
Would you feel comfortable marrying a 16-year-old? Like, would you meet a 16-year-old with romantic intent if you're in Europe? And maybe...
All right. Hypothetically, Sneako, if you were Tyrion Lannister, okay?
Marry a 16-year-old.
I
wouldn't. Sexual.
I probably wouldn't personally, because I don't think that I'd be on the same mental playing field. I like to have intellectual conversations. I like to be with women that are around my same age. Because then I can have
Dude, the answer should be no, to be clear. The answer should be no.
Conversations, I like to relate to them.
Why is this the main topic of conversation? Unfortunately, it has to be the main topic of conversation because Sneako has really bad takes on the age of consent.
You know, I think there'd be too much of a gap. But other people, like, if they're able to get along, then I don't see why that's so much of a problem.
Guys, I don't want to date a child, but if someone else my age wanted to, I don't have a problem with that. This is just Sneako acting like—
Yeah, I'm sorry, you can't middle ground this, bro.
Debate bro. He really did learn a lot from talking to Destiny, argue for something crazy, and then gaslight people by saying it's for moral consistency. Sneako seems to think children getting married is okay, because he made up his own definition for what a child is. He thinks that as soon as a girl starts getting periods, she's both physically and mentally ready to get married.
The definition of child is somebody who has not reached puberty yet. That's the definition.
Yeah, and then you get into like the abibophile or whatever as opposed to...
Oh my god, dude. I actually, you know what I'm so proud to say? I forgot what the age ranges of a hebephile and an abibophile are. That's how little we have covered topics like this in the last 2 years. I actually forgot what age ranges those are, and I don't want you to remind me. If I never know that again, my life will be inherently better.
Pedophile, and those are all...
I don't know, I have no idea what those terms are. I don't know what that is.
Every time you're in a conversation and this guy's like, actually, mate, I think he's a hebephile. You're like, all right, that guy's fucking sus. That's a sus fucking guy right there.
The age of this, signaling adulthood, is presumed to be 14 in boys and 12 in girls. Tom, what is the age of consent?
Sneako clearly needs to watch more Vosh content.
Wait, what? Wait. No, wait, that's not the right... Dude, that is a really bad... What the fuck is this clip?
Adulthood is presumed to be 14 in boys and 12 in girls. Tom, what is the age of consent?
Sneako...
Dude, shut the fuck up. That's fake. You fucking put a fake clip in there, right?
Much more Vods content. To get up to date on all the relevant pedophilia arguments, he's getting his points from the ancient Greeks.
You're insinuating that it sounds creepy and that I sound like a...
Alright, someone in chat just said, I'm not going to name who it is because it's a very personal detail, but they said they menstruated at 11. That is fucking crazy, but yes, because Sneako's position is this. I mean, you could do some. You could kind of finish this sentence. That's what Sneako is defending.
Pedophile. What's the definition of pedophile?
But I don't want to like out the person.
Nicholas,
it is an adult who's attracted to
Thank
children.
you for the $5.
Yeah, it comes from the Greek word pedo means child and phile means love. So somebody who loves a child.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
An adult who is attracted to a child.
To a child, somebody who has not reached physical maturity.
Yes.
That's the definition of child. Somebody who hasn't.
Dude, he's just doing his bro tip thing, guys. It's just bro tip. It's not. This is like indefensible.
Reached physical maturity. It has nothing to do with 18. The definition of the word talks about physical maturity, not the U.S. government definition that you're basing it off of.
Bro, just say you want to justify child diddling. I mean, here's...
Hey, bingo, bango, bongo.
Tim trying to justify a full-grown adult marrying a child.
I'm not talking about just you specifically anymore. Anyone. Do you think it's okay for anyone in their 20s, an adult, to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
A 21-year-old, if there was a marriage where the father consented and the daughter consented, and it was both good on both families and they wanted to do it, why am I going to get involved? Why should we get the government involved? Why would I tell them if everybody's consenting, if everybody's okay with it, if the parents are okay with it, if nobody's being harmed, if it's going to be okay, if they're both abiding by the rules and they're not...
Do people still like get into calls with this guy and hang out with him in like current day? Because I feel like this has to be a deal breaker for like anyone to associate with him. Or is the clout really that delicious?
Hurting each other? Why not?
He then says that age of consent laws are the way they are because the Jews run Hollywood.
As one does.
California, you know.
I'm just curious. Then how come why is Sneako not pro gender affirming care even in the even in the most like controversial sense? If he thinks that you can like marry a fucking 11-year-old.
That in Hollywood, that's where California.
If the age of maturity is when you can like consent to marriage, then why can't they consent to like gender affirming care?
One of the rare places it's 18. Do you know that, right? So in movies, they say it's 18. The age of consent.
Because the majority of people, when navigating that conversation, would be correct in not enabling pedophilia by saying that the age of maturity should not be the age of consent. The age of maturity should not be the age where people get married. And that the federal age is pretty cool. So they wouldn't have that dialogue tree. But for Sneako, he would have that dialogue tree because his take is indefensible.
1818, that gets pushed everywhere, right? Hollywood dominates the world. Do you know who controls Hollywood?
Here we go. I already knew where this was going, but you're not.
No, it's a simple question. But this is why you believe that it's most people. Who controls Hollywood?
No, that's not why. It's because people have accepted that.
People?
Everyone
What people?
in sensible society,
Where?
for the most part, have accepted that this is the line.
Can you tell? Do you know who controls Hollywood? Who pushed this narrative?
I know where you're going with it. You're going to say it's all controlled by the Zionists.
Currently, right now, I would say Chris Pratt. No, Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal controls Hollywood.
Right.
This guy's in fucking everything.
Do you think that's wrong?
I do think it's wrong, yeah.
Why is that wrong?
Because I don't think there's a secret Zionist agenda that controls the entire world.
It's actually not secret at all. They boast about it.
Oh, sorry, Zionists. Big difference. As if anyone in Hollywood would actually fuck someone over the age of 18. Charlie is able to get Sneako to admit to some crazy shit, though this whole conversation derails because of an argument the former makes. One that sounds hypocritical. Charlie rightfully points out that children can't properly consent to being married, yet thinks they can consent to getting sex changes.
Okay, do you believe that somebody can go through hormone therapy? Can they change their gender if they're a child?
Again, though, you'll have people like this who you could argue is grifting, but grifting in a way that doesn't really make any sense, but who kind of just sounds like he's defending indefensible actions, and I think that's where I would land. And then you'll have people like Amos Yee, who are doing the exact same thing, but then got arrested for serious crimes. I don't know. Food for thought.
I think that's totally fine as long as everyone...
Listen, I guess I just wanted to... I want to say, because sometimes the internet take is to go, well, this guy's probably just not being serious. And sometimes they're not being serious. and they're not being serious and they're trolling until the day they're not. Until you find out they weren't trolling at all, and that the duck that walked like a duck and quacked like a duck was a duck. And I think that a lot of people, even me, I have a habit of doing this, write people off, assuming that things are, because this is way too easy. This can't possibly be it. So I don't know.
Is consenting, as you agree with.
Okay, so as long as everyone...
parents...
But Nick, are you that duck? That's the fucking, the COD thing. I am that duck, right? That's from, was that from Revelations? From the, I say Revelations. Like the Bible? No, I mean like COD Zombies.
Are okay with it, and you are okay with it. I think that's totally a familial decision to make, yeah.
Okay, so... A child...
I think that was like Noah J456's donation sound for a while.
Can cut their penis off and take hormone blockers and change their biology forever, but they can't get married?
Oh, that's a decision that now extends beyond the family, because now you're bringing in a different party. So if you have someone that's your age coming in saying, I want to marry that child, I don't think that can happen under any circumstance.
So no. But it's still a personal decision. You're still deciding. Because there's take the other party out of the equation. It's a personal decision. If I'm 16 and I personally want to marry this girl, she's beautiful. She's 21 years old. Her family wants to do it. My family wants to do it. You're saying I can't do that. We're both consenting. I'm ready to go. I'm physically mature, but I'm not allowed to marry because Moy says that woman's a pedophile. But if then the next day I leave it, I'm depressed, I want to cut my penis off, I can go right into the...
Oh, wow. He actually... Dude, he is going to the trans thing.
Clinic, snip it off.
To be clear, that's not how that works at all.
And start taking HRT like Chris Tyson.
You can't just go to a fucking clinic and cut your penis off. That's just not how any of that works.
That's a society that makes sense to you?
It is. I believe everyone has I believe everyone has the right to do with their body what they want to do.
So why is it okay for a kid to cut his dick off?
See, this is like... Now Charlie's taking a position that's not popular here. This is what gave Charlie all the strife, right? Like, this is how he debated himself into a bad spot.
He's making... He and his family, or he and she...
The correct answer for what Sneako is saying here is that just doesn't happen. They just don't do that.
That family is making
a kid does not walk into a fucking like a gender whatever the fuck they actually whatever they do these things. They don't walk in and say, "Hey, I'd like to cut my penis off now," and the doctor is like, "Okay, I will give you the big snip."
A decision for that child's life.
Both positions are wildly uninformed. Well, on one hand, Charlie is not a political content creator who probably hasn't navigated any of these talking points similar to me, and on the other hand, Sneako is retarded. So yeah, they're probably on an even playing field.
If that's the path they want to go down, it's like choosing a fucking sport. You can do what you want to do.
You can do what you want to do?
No.
Yeah, that is not...
How do you cede ground in this conversation? Like, actually, Sneako found a way to, like, pave himself a path to victory.
Harming anybody.
This got Charlie into a lot of heat, as he also did a poor job at arguing against Sneako throughout the entire debate. He basically lowered himself down to Sneako's level, though he seems to have done it out of sheer stupidity. In his response, he claims that he didn't know this was going to be a debate in the first place, saying that he doesn't actually think a 9-year-old should get their dick cut off. He assumed that Sneako was just being hyperbolic.
I thought he was talking in hyperbole. I thought he was just exaggerating, being over the top, talking about the entire subject of transitioning. I had no idea that any living, breathing human being actually thought that that's how transitioning works, where you just go into a doctor saying, I feel like switching genders, and they lay you down on the operating table and just...
But again, the reason why I disagree with what... Hold on, I'm very careful with how I word this. The reason why I don't agree that Charlie thought that is because he could have said all of this stuff in that conversation. He's like, oh, I didn't think that a single person, I didn't know this was a debate. It's like, everything you're saying now, you could have just said at the moment. I think you just, like, spiraled.
Snip your whole fucking...
Which is okay. I mean, I don't expect Charlie to handle himself well in these conversations.
Off. I didn't know...
It's not like he does these things.
That's what he actually believed. I didn't know he was speaking
literally.
Weasley fuck. I thought he was just referring to the entire process of transitioning and just using this...
Hey! Thank you, Bingo Bango Mongo.
Over-the-top statement to encapsulate all of it. Because you literally cannot get that surgery unless you are 18.
Though going back on topic, objectively, Sneako lost this debate. He spent 2 hours dancing around Charlie's questions, and on multiple occasions said it was fine for children to get married.
Yo! Oh, thank you for the 20 gifted.
Hebrews.
Thank you, fake name.
I want to be in a society full of happy married people that are ready to have children, that are
And
God-fearing.
those happy married people are sometimes, in your world, 14, 15, 16 years old.
Absolutely.
So does Sneako want to fuck children? I don't know. I just wouldn't trust this guy near a child with all this evidence taken into account.
Wait, who? What?
Can I say something to you, Nick?
Yeah, again, I
really
kind of,
like
I agree. I think
Why?
that he said way too much shit to just write it off as like, humor or whatever. I think he said way too much.
Sneako's polarizing behavior over the past few.
All right, here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I am going to leave you with this segment as well. Check out the outro, and then I think that will be that for this.
Hebrews.
Because I'm trying to wrap up soon, and I think that was a pretty banger segment to end off on. Oh, wait, what the fuck?
Those views have...
Here we go. Dude, holy shit, he's with
Nick?
FouseyTube.
I really like you.
Why?
What? Are you a globalist?
That means Jew, by the way.
Are you? So you're not a?
Are you a globalist?
Flatter. You're a globalist.
Yes, he's not a dumbass. He knows the Earth is round.
Why do you know that?
Dude, when Alex Jones is like, the globalists are coming for us, he means the Jews.
I always do the
possible. The satellites in space and all, and then.
Have you been to space?
Nah, man, he's an idiot. I'm sorry for harassing you like this.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know what NASA means in Hebrew? NASA, yeah.
I think isn't it North American Free Trade Agreement?
NASA, space.
No.
I'm being retarded, sorry.
It means deception.
Weirdly enough, Sneako did get him banned from YouTube recently,
Hebrews.
though his views
Thank you.
have not improved. He's mentally stranded in a community that secretly hates him. So in conclusion, this guy is a cuck,
Like, secretly hates him, or...
has a low IQ, might want to...
Sneako feels like the guy
Hebrews.
in the friend group that everybody just kind of bullies, but he doesn't have any better prospects. So, for lack of a better term, he's kind of like Aiden.
fuck kids, and is a massive fat. Nuff said.
Hebrews.
Thank you! That was a fucking banger video. Sneako's probably the only person I've ever seen demature between the ages of 16 to 23. He pretty much gave up most of his self-awareness that he used to demonstrate.
Really
I literally forgot how coherent he was in the beginning of the video. Careful, Rob. Sneako might show you his clips in a response. Sneako's gonna have a bad weeko. Watching Aiden Ross try to say authoritarian,
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like you.
ultra-nationalist was just brutal. I couldn't fuck that one up. I didn't know a 47-year-old Keemstar got terrorized by a 9-year-old Sneako. Fun fact about Sneako, that none of his family would want to invite him over for Christmas. Yet again, Keem somehow makes a cameo in the story of a lol cow. Sneako, willing to fight Charlie, Chad, Ethan Klein, D'Angelo Wallace, Brandon Buckingham, Prowler. Dude, yeah, Sneako, I'll fight Charlie, Chad, Ethan Klein, D'Angelo Wallace, Brandon Buckingham. The Vosh horse clip is this channel's greatest running joke. I just now realized that Sneako and iDubbbz have the same career path. One started edgy and then turned into a left-wing grifter, and the other started genuine and turned into a right-wing grifter. And both lost 99% of their fan base and respect from the internet. Base. Most of his fans are just 12-year-old boys who hate their mom because she won't let them play on Xbox or PS5 late into the night. Sneako is the only person I've seen publicly go backwards in maturity from age 16 to 27. Perfect case study of someone who wakes up in the morning with a goal of being seen as one of the good ones. He's an awful person, but he's more sad than anything. I always had this huge Muslim audience. I don't know why. My brother, you defended cuties.
Hebrews.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. This guy is like indefensible. And I don't think that Charlie's fuck up in that conversation takes away from it. Have you seen the clip where he runs into his little fans? I feel like a lot of the YouTubers who act like edgy badasses have that one clip where he goes to sign autographs, and it's just like it's the fucking, do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Like, Keemstar is the most famous Muffin Man moment, where it's like, oh, dude, my fans are fucking badass, and a bunch of kids walk up to him. Yeah. That's funny. All right, guys. Let me hit some donos. I'm going to get out of here. I'm tired. We'll be back Monday. I'm okay with doing 2 segments tonight because we did a third yesterday. Caleb Hammer announced as the judge for the prettiest butthole in Michigan competition.
We've got a little Caleb Hammer segment here,
Wow,
guys.
friend of the show.
Caleb Hammer has now been announced as a judge.
Thank you.
There's a KFC in Yemen.
Hey Nick, wishing you a great stream. No more Connor Eats Pants updates. Connor's last mention of you was in September.
Dude, he finally stopped. The beef is over.
Hope he'll finish his more
Thank you, every
video
calf.
one day.
I appreciate
By
Cafe.
the way, you excited for the new Half-Life?
Bro, I did the morgue pie thing a year ago. Wait, what? What happened? Wait, oh, bro, skipped the Agartha segment? What happened? The morgue pie thing?
For the Miss Butthole Michigan competition.
Dude, the Miss Butthole in Michigan. Dude, if you have the best butthole in Michigan, Caleb Hammer will rate your asshole in this competition, so.
In Lansing. If we go to the next slide here, we're going to see the poster for this event.
What the
fuck? The prettiest butthole in Michigan.
Dude, this segment was made for PPP, dude. This segment was literally made for PPP.
Hey, Ash.
June
Ash,
12th.
you signing up, bud?
$2,000 cash prize.
Dude, are you going to get the $2,000 cash prize for the prettiest butthole in Michigan?